If you can learn to accept yourself without running away from who you truly are, then you have a superpower. Now trust me, I am not just saying this. In today's world where people live for show-off, where flaws are hidden behind filters and fake smiles, in such a society, in such a time, if you can simply accept yourself as you are, that is no less than a superpower. In this video, we will explore the real power of self-acceptance and how it can transform your life forever. So stay with me till the end. So what does self-acceptance really mean? Well, it simply means accepting and embracing your strength, your upsides, as well as your weakness and your downsides. It's about accepting yourself fully, because no one is perfect. You have to understand this. In this world, in this universe, no one is perfect. We all have flaws, we all have downsides, we all have imperfections. No one is perfect. Now, but the thing is that we know self-acceptance is good, but deep inside, many of us keep resisting who we are. We run away from who we truly are. And that is the reason why insecurities are rising at a fast pace, right? It's growing rapidly, like body shaming, self-hate, endless comparison. These are increasing very fast. So self-acceptance is a very important thing. Now, the Bhagavad Gita gives a very deep insight on this. Let me tell you this. In the chapter 3, verse 33, Lord Krishna says, "Both the wise and the ignorant act as per their nature. Nothing is achieved by suppressing one's innate natural tendencies." Now, this verse does not directly use the term self-acceptance, but it explains the importance of self-acceptance very clearly. It explains why so many people today feel miserable, why they suffer in life, because they are trying to suppress their inner nature. They are suppressing what they truly are. They are basically faking their personality. But as Sri Krishna says, no one can escape their own nature forever. Like running from yourself is like running from your shadow. You might avoid it for a while, but sooner or later, it will catch up. And if you keep running, you will get trapped in an endless cycle of frustration. It's a never-ending loop. So instead of fighting your own shadow, instead of rejecting your weaknesses, instead of running away from yourself, just accept them. But I know it's not easy. Even if we know that self-acceptance is good, but we find it hard. It's very easy to accept and embrace our good sides, our upsides, what we are good at. But it's really hard to accept our flaws, to accept our negative sides, to accept what we are not good at. But what is the reason? Well, the reason is our ego. Our ego makes us think that we are the owners, we are the doers. Basically, I. Now, I don't know about the English word ego, but in Sanskrit, ego means ahamkar. Now, aham means I, kar means maker. So, ahamkar means I maker. So it simply means it gives a sense of I. It gives a sense of identity, which is required to live in this world, right? Because without the sense of identity, like we cannot live in this world. We need a sense of identity. So don't call ego bad. Ego is not bad. But when the ego becomes too powerful that it overpowers our intellect, this is when it creates the problem. This is when the ego becomes unhealthy. Alright, so now we know what is the reason we find it hard to self-accept. But what should we do about it? Well, the first thing is that understand that we don't own anything. Forget about the things. We don't even own our body. This body has its limited time, right? Like this body will grow old and one day it will expire. And this vehicle, we will change the vehicle in our next lifetime. I am talking about the soul. Our soul will change the vehicle, this vehicle at one point, and it will take another vehicle. So our body is temporary. We are not the owners. Now, if you understand this deeply, not just, yes, we don't own our body and that's it. No, if you understand this deeply, if you realize this basically, it will make the ego healthy. It will keep your ego in a balance. So that is a very important thing. That is the first step you need to develop, that we don't own anything. So whatever the weakness, strength is because of this body, right? And we are not this body. We don't own this body. So yeah, you have to understand this. This is a very important thing. Now the second step is to remind yourself the moment you get frustrated. For example, I am not good at handwriting, okay? That's a fact. Now, if someone points me out that your handwriting looks very bad, so if I get angry at that moment, if I get sad, if I would say that, how can he criticize me? That means it is my ego that is activated, basically. So at that moment, if I control my ego, if I say, well, this is my ego that is getting angry. Now your ego is controlled. Now think with your intellect, not with your ego, but with your intellect, and ask yourself, whatever the person is saying, if it's correct, if it's right, or if it's wrong. Now in my case, it's true. My handwriting is not good at all. I agree, I accept, but try to improve it. We have to look at our downsides and we should try to improve it as much as we can. But because, as I said, we are not perfect, we will always have some amount of flaws, some amount of weakness, okay? So if we just accept those the way they are, then there would be no problem at all. Now sometimes people can also criticize you. If you see that the person is clearly criticizing you, he's not trying to point your weakness, or he's not trying to correct you, he's just trying to criticize you, then just simply ignore it. It will not harm you. And if someone points your weakness, just accept it, because you already know your foundation is not built with ego. Your foundation is built with acceptance. You know what your flaws are, you know what your strengths are, right? So this is I wanted to say about self-acceptance. I tried my best. I hope you have got some clarity. In the end, I just want to say that, stop running from yourself. Okay, don't try to run away from yourself. Stop trying to run away from yourself. Stop avoiding yourself. Stop accepting only your good sides. Start accepting your downsides as well. Because the moment you stop running from yourself and start embracing yourself fully, start embracing who you truly are, start accepting who you truly are, that is when real strength begins. So I hope you liked this video. Thank you for watching. Jai Shri Krishna.